What's up, y'all? It's JYSPRK back with another video recapping the Nuggets. Today we're going to be going over the game which occurred on Wednesday 15th. I don't know why I'm saying it all formal like. But yeah, it happened on February 15th, Wednesday, yesterday as of this recording. And it was, a pretty thorough beatdown by the Nuggets. I'd say the score was a little deceiving, because we really pulled away with it in the fourth quarter, and then through our nobodies out there, sat Jokic for the rest of the game, and the Mavericks put up a little bit more of a fight once that happened, but it still wasn't really all that close. Final was 118-109, and yeah, I think we've got quite a bit to go over for this game. It was really exciting. I was there, as you just saw in that clip. I was right behind the Nuggets bench, and that was really nice. I've been behind the away bench majority of the games I've been to this season, and it's been so annoying because I'm just in a sea of opposing fans. So it was really nice to sit by the home crew today and see everything that was going on. I saw Reggie Jackson on the bench. That was really cool. He seemed like he was really into it, and I love seeing that from a new player. Someone, he's just really excited to get out there and play, and I'm excited to see him play. So yeah, let's get started with let's start with the Mavericks. So they played without Kyrie. They had a couple other people not playing tonight, but Kyrie was the major injury last night. Luka came out hard, doing as Luka does. He's kind of a foul merchant. I don't know. I've seen him live a few times now, and a lot of it is great basketball. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he is one of the best players I've ever seen. But a lot of it's also just, man, he knows how to get the refs to blow the whistle. Put up 37, 4, and 9. Really impressive game from Luka, hitting step backs, hitting deep mid-range, really hitting it from most anywhere. The only people who could really shut him down, Christian Brown did every once in a while, but Luka could also kind of outskill the dude. But there was also MPJ. He defended Luka extremely well. It was just really impressive to see, and I love to see it from MPJ. His defense has come so far this year, and it's gonna help them so much in the playoffs if it keeps up. Really nothing much else notable from the Mavericks other than Christian Wood's 17. He played well off the bench. A lot of catch and shoots. He definitely, you can tell why he doesn't start, though. He does not, contribute on the other end of the ball whatsoever. Now, moving on to the main event, in my opinion, the Denver Nuggets. We've got, let's start with the story of the night. Jeff Green had 24 points. I don't think I've ever seen Jeff Green score more than 20 in a Nuggets uniform. He might have done it, but I don't know if I've ever seen it. It was spectacular. And I mean, this is coming off of a really cold stretch for him, coming back from the injury. I kind of thought he hit the cliff. But he's proven people wrong. He turned the clock back a good 10 years. Thomas Bryant, 8 points off the bench. I really like what he's doing. And he hasn't, yesterday I didn't really notice. I noticed there were a couple plays where he could have defended better, but he was generally around the ball. And like, he kind of, he was making an effort, and that's all that you can really ask for. We also had KCP with 14. Just an absolutely, I don't think he missed. He might have missed one or two, but man, he was just on fire tonight. I think he was pissed about 3-point consideration, 3-point contest, that is, and he was just, he wanted to prove to people how good he can sling the rock, which is very damn good. Jokic, with a 14-point triple-double, he really didn't want to create much off the floor today, but whatever he was shooting, he was really making, which is what, he's been doing lately. And there was, to be honest, a little bit of stat padding from Malone there at the end, putting Jokic in just to get that last assist. I was happy to see it, though. I always like seeing a Jokic triple-double. MPJ with 22 points. He had an amazing first half. Slowed down a little in the second, but I think his percentages were still amazing just because of how good of a first half he had. I think 19 of those 22 were in the first half. He was absolutely on fire. And when MPJ plays like this, I said it in an earlier video, we just roll people. It's never that close when MPJ scores 20, 30 plus. It's just impossible. Moving on to team stats, the Nuggets shot 57% from the field, while they held the Mavericks to 46%. Still, respectable, but I like holding teams to under 50%. That is good. Both teams pretty, around average three-pointers wise. The Nuggets made 11 at 35%, and the Mavericks made 14 at 35%. There were 31 boards on the Mavericks side to the 43 on the Nuggets side. Love out-rebounding teams. And then the Nuggets had 34 assists to the Mavericks 25. The amount of assists that the Nuggets have been picking up every game is just insane. They're just playing the type of offense that you can't defend, where it's like everyone is looking for the best shot. It doesn't matter if it's theirs. They are just looking for the best shot, and they will get it to, wherever that is. And that's the type of play that will win you a championship. Everything else was generally pretty neck and neck, except for points in the paint. Denver absolutely dominated with 64 to the Mavericks 38. It was, a lot of Chonchar dunks. There were a couple Jeff dunks. Of course, Jokic is going to get most, if not every point in the paint. The Nuggets are just sort of designed to dominate in the paint. And, as well as everywhere else, they're just a good scoring team. So as for my opinions going forward in the season, I have taken a glance at the last, I believe it's 22 games left. 23 games left. So I think the Nuggets have a actually, pretty dang easy schedule going out through the rest of the year. They're playing the Cavs coming back from the break, which I think is going to be one of their harder games. They're playing the Grizzlies after that, which I think is a must-win if they want to lock the first seed up. Then they have Clippers, Rockets. They're playing the Raptors a couple times, the Grizzlies again. They have the Bulls, the Nets, which, who knows, I thought the Nets would be an easy lock, but then Mikal put up 45 points, so that might be a hard game. There's also the Pistons, the Knicks. They play the Suns March 31st. That will be interesting to see how they match up against Kevin Durant. And they play the Bucks March 25th. I'd say, and the Sixers March 27th. Those are going to be the hardest games. I'd say, I think I listed, 4 or 5 games that are going to be very, that are actually going to be a real challenge. Other than that, Rockets, the injured Pelicans, the Jazz, I think that they are going to be looking very good. The Nuggets are currently standing at 41-18 in the West. 5 games ahead of the Grizzlies, who are 35-22. With this current record, I'd say the Nuggets can win, I'd say like 58, 59 throughout the whole season, which is right around what I anticipated them winning, which was 60. I don't know if they'll quite make that 60 landmark, just because, you know, they only have 4 losses. They can only lose 4 more times if they want to win 60 games, and I don't know. I have the feeling we're gonna lose like maybe 5 or 6. So yeah, I'd say that's about all I have to say regarding that game, and you know, going into the All-Star break. Expect a Warriors video probably tomorrow, and then over the All-Star break, I will be, you know, full-time grinding that Warriors series. So check in for that, and subscribe and like the video. Thank you guys so much for watching this far if you have. Check my Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to be leaving it in the slide coming up now. See ya.